And that's how you park. What a spot I've got for you this week. So for those of you that couldn't tell by just me driving down here, I've actually come to Port Isaac. And it's actually a very, very sunny day, which can only mean two things. One, it's going to be a beautiful day. My solar panel on the van is going to charge up my Bluetti fantastically. It's at 100% anyway, so that's fine. But also, it means that tonight, it's probably going to be very, very cold in the van. Because when there's no sort of cloud coverage in the sky, it tends to get a bit frosty. And I've still not got my diesel heater working, so this will be eventful. Where I'm parked is actually a Cornwall Council car park. I paid on the app, paid for like 24 hours, absolutely fine. Didn't see one sign saying no overnight camping. So £6.80 for 24 hours. In my ignorance, I'm guessing it's all right to stay here. Knowing Cornwall Council, it's probably not. As always, I'll run the risk and see if I get a parking ticket. And for anybody that wanted to know as well, from a couple of weeks ago, I've still not received a parking fine, so that's been ideal, actually. Love it when people walk past and they're like, what is that guy doing? Talking to himself. On with the lights, there we go. Right, the temperature has definitely dropped. So I'm putting a coat on and I'm going to take my bag. I haven't actually got anything in the van and not even water, so hopefully there's a corner shop down there. I should know this, but I haven't been to Port Isaac since 2017, and I know that because that's when me and my wife first met. Hi. In fact, I think when me and my wife actually came here when we first met, I parked in pretty much the same spot. That's her in the yellow coat, and that blue van was my VW T5. I love that van. Good to know that there's bins here as well. In a way, it's kind of a blessing in disguise that I don't have anything in the van, other than obviously I definitely need to pick up some water because we're out of season now, so a lot of businesses down in Port Isaac will probably need the business of me going there this evening to eat my dinner. So whilst we're down there, I'm going to do a little recce and just find out if anyone's actually doing food tonight. Hello. For anyone that knows Port Isaac better than I do, what's the deal with the gates? I'm guessing that the fences are to stop people from just wandering off the cliff. I mean, there's roses left here as well, so it's probably for a very sad reason that these fences are here. But, yeah, why the gates? I'm guessing it's because the land still needs tending to, but surely it's like a nature reserve or something. Anyway, let's get down there.
You know this and I know that. You drive me there and I'll drive you back. 2 + 2 is simple math. You hold my hand, I hold yours back. Right. And I could walk blindfolded to your house. I've memorized your freckle count. When you sing, I like that sound. I can't explain it, I just love you. Man, I like the way you walk, and I listen every time you talk. Can't quit thinking about your kisses. Maybe you could be my missus. You're so pretty when you're mad, and when you go I get so sad. All I do is think about you. I can't explain it, I just love you. I'm so smitten, I'm so gone that I just had to write this song. And I know you've already heard, but I guess one more time won't hurt. I can't explain it, I just love you.
Love these little narrow lanes of these quaint fishing villages. You know what they say? Sun's out, guns out. So there's not a huge amount of beach here, but I guess there'd probably be a bit more of a beach if the tide was out a bit further. But this is the place you want to be. There's a restaurant over there which I might be able to eat in later. We've got the Golden Lion pub there, which I've been in before. They normally do quite good beer if my memory suits me well. But I just find it so funny that these little quaint fishing villages are normally flat out, like really busy in the summer, and then as soon as you get into autumn, I mean what we're in now, November, like there's nobody here. But it's good to see that the businesses are still open and they should be providing food for me later. I'm gonna pop into the pub in a minute, maybe have a beer, why not? And just find out if they're doing food, and then I'll ask the restaurant as well. You know, they might even be owned by the same people, who knows? But I've got options for tonight, which is the best bit. I do need to find a shop as well, get some water, because that could be really bad. Beer, no water, the two don't really go hand in hand. Public toilets, looks like you have to pay to get in. 20p for a pee. You might as well get your money's worth and go for a poo as well. Or, I'm pretty sure you could just jump the barrier. But it's good that it takes cards. But at the same time, it's kind of like, you don't mind sort of paying that if it goes back to the community. But the chances are, it's probably some company that's owned by somebody out of county, like these places normally are. From what I believe, that up here, I'm just taking a walk up this hill, up here is where the Doc Martin house is. I don't watch Doc Martin, I don't even know anything about it really, other than it's got Martin Clunes in it, and to me he will forever be one of the guys from Men Behaving Badly, and that's it, that's where his career stopped. And only in like from the second series when he was with Neil Morrissey, as opposed to when he did it with Harry Enfield, because you know that just wasn't any good. Could be this one. Could be this one for all I know. I'm not the best tour guide when it comes to Doc Martin stuff. Could be this one. I mean that looks more like not like a house at all. This is quite nice. Alright, I'm gonna walk up to this little lookout up here, and then that's me lot, and then I'm gonna go for a drink. I haven't seen anywhere where I can buy water yet, so I might have to get like a bottle of water from the pub when I'm in there. I mean, it's a beautiful little village. Right, now hopefully the pub's open, I can stop in for a nice cold local beer. Probably the most local brewery around here is Sharps, so maybe a Doom bar, who knows? Is it open?
Yeah, there's another door behind it.
I don't think I've closed it.
Oh.
Is that door open?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, cool. That's alright. Can I get a tribute, please? Thank you. That's it, thanks, my love.
Pardon?
Did you do food in here?
We're not doing food now until 5 o'clock. We've literally just started.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just asking for later.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, 5 till 8.
5 to 8, cool. Brilliant, thank you. I've got a tribute. It's far too early to be having a beer. I asked and they're actually doing food in here from 5 o'clock until 8 o'clock this evening, so at least that's one option.
Absolute rubbish.
Cheers, thank you.
Thank you.
So it turns out I was going on about Sharps Brewery, and all they had in there was St Austell beers. So maybe it's owned by St Austell. Yeah. I mean, the sign gives it away, doesn't it? So they're doing food tonight from 5 o'clock until 8. So I'm going to come down. I might check in that restaurant as well, because there wasn't a huge amount of seats in there, so I might not be able to get in. We'll play it by ear. We're going to head back to the van for a bit, chill out, and then head back down for dinner. You could just tell by that sign that that used to be a bit of an issue. That's not very stealthy if you sing when you open the door, Sean. So what I'm thinking for tonight, after I've chilled out in here, I'm going to make the bed before I go down for dinner, so that at least when I get back from having dinner I can literally just climb straight back into bed. I'm sort of saying this because I know it's going to be a cold night tonight. I can feel it in the air. I know it's going to be bitter. So in order to be prepared, so then when I get back and it's cold, I can literally just climb into my nice warm bedding and get my head down. Would you like a free case of South African wines for Christmas? Of course you would. And why wouldn't you? And my friends over at Wine 52 are offering you just that. To receive your 3 unique wines from the historic region of Breedecloth. I'm sorry if I butchered that. Simply go to www.wine52.com/love and just cover the postage to receive your free bottles of wine that you won't find anywhere else. Wine 52 is a wine club with a difference. They focus on native grape varieties, independent wineries, and highlighting lesser known regions, alongside the icons of global winemaking. And in my box, I've got 3 wines: a red Merlot, a white Sauvignon Blanc, and another red. This one's the Cabernet Sauvignon. But the one I'm going to be testing today is the Merlot. Cheers. Probably should smell it first. What are we getting on the nose? So the bottle says, on the nose, expect ripe blueberry fruit and a whisper of smoke. And the palate follows through with plush black fruits and savoury smoky undertones. Classic Breedecloth character. So that's really nice. So as you can see by my case, you have a choice of having a mixed case, or red only, or white only. And also included is the Glug magazine, where you can find out a little bit of history or read about where the wine's made that you're drinking. No way! And not forgetting, you always get free snacks. And even after all of that, if you're still unsatisfied, you can simply pause or cancel at any time. So remember, that's www.wine52.com/love to claim your free case of delicious wine today. That's wine52.com/love. Thank you again to Wine 52 for sponsoring today's video. Yeah, back to the camping. So I was just sat in the back of the van thinking, I'm gonna chill out here, blah blah blah, do all that, and then I remembered that just up here there's restaurants, shops, all kinds of things up there. So I might be able to get my water from there. So rather than just sitting and chilling, I'm going to walk up there before the sun goes down. Looks like we're in for a nice sunset this evening. We're up the steps, Sean, get your exercise. Right, let's have a look. Right, back to the relaxing. Right, now I'm all stocked up. I'm just gonna make the bed. Make the bed, Sean. Get it all cozy in here. I am getting to the point now where I'm starting to think that I need to get my diesel heater up and running. And if I'm gonna do that, I might as well get the van ready for winter. What I mean by that is I did this with my Transit last year. I tend to sort of give it a bit of a clean inside and out, get rid of all of the bits and bobs from the summer that I usually keep in here, like shorts and t-shirts, stuff like that. Stuff like spare shorts and t-shirt, things like that I keep in the van for summer, which I'm not necessarily going to need in the winter months. Tell you what I am going to use tonight though, in here, other than this extendable cushion I've got, see, t-shirts and stuff, shorts and t-shirt. I do have a hot water bottle. Oh, another hat. That's good to know. I'll put it up there with my other hat. One of my mum's crochet blankets. That will make it nice and cozy in here. Oh, another woolly hat, which is covered in sawdust. I don't think it's quite that cold yet. See, I mean, this bedding should keep me nice and warm anyway, but it's just nice to have this little bit extra. Especially if I'm coming in out of the cold and I just need to warm up quickly. It's really weird, I don't really know how crochet works, but it's like regular knitting, but you can get your hands through it and you can see through it, see? But for some reason it keeps you warmer. Well, does it keep you warmer than a sort of regular woolen blanket? It's got something to do with like the air pockets or something. I don't know. I'm really not an expert. But any crochet or knitting people out there, other than my mum, that know, then let me know in the comments. But yeah, cozy. So, bed's all cozy made. It's not quite dark outside, but I am... Ugh. Wow, there's a hole in the side of my coat. I think you just zip that up. There we go. That was weird. Hole in the side of my coat I didn't know I had. So, it's still light outside from what I can see on my CCTV. It's getting dark, but it's not quite there. I'm going to start heading down there. And the only reason is because I am absolutely starving hungry because I haven't eaten since breakfast. So I'm not taking this big camera. I am going to take this one. Also, I'll take the action camera, but that's currently filming the time lapse outside. So, right, let's get going. Okay, I'm going to leave these two lights on. This one and this one. I'll leave the CCTV off as well. Don't need that on while I'm away. Right. Let's go get some dinner. Okay, here's something that I've just thought of that I didn't think of before I left the van, obviously, is that I've not brought with me a torch so that I can find my way back, because let's face it, this path here is not lit up. I mean, I do have a light on my phone, but that's not the best light in the world. So hopefully, and maybe I've just answered the question of why the fence is here. You know, imagine walking back late at night in the pitch black and just accidentally just stumbling off the cliff. I think I've worked it out. Absolutely no street lights other than the lights from the houses behind. Yeah, it's got to be the reason.
I hold back from saying the things I feel, 'cause the letdown takes it out of me. Mama said I was heaven sent from above, so the labor of love was too hard to be. I've been looking for you, shining my brightest light.
I was going to go in there, but it just didn't feel very warm. Doors open and stuff. At least with the pub, they normally have the fire going, so I can at least go in there, warm up, because I am absolutely frozen, and get some food.
Finding a calm when I find myself all alone. I was sold on your dreams, so I never sleep. Better be tough when I'm gonna be on my own, but I could use some warmth and less honesty. And honestly, I've been looking for you, shining my brightest light through. Better let go if you only knew. I look to you, I look to you.
I'm just going to go in through the front. This is my best option at the moment. This is how cold it is. Ready? Yeah? Pretty cold. Let's put some more lights on. There we go. It is actually bitterly cold out there. But I have nice cozy bedding in the van. And a pack of wine guns. So they've been in the fridge. I left them in the front of the van. Right, I'm going to get cozy up into bed and put a movie on. That is nice and toasty. Whew, I'm come here. There we go. There we go. I'm not undressing until I've fully warmed up. It was actually really cold. You know, like when you're outside of an evening and it's cold and you layer up and then you have to do a bit of exercise like walking up a steep hill, which is what I had to do getting out of there. You normally like get too hot because you've put all these extra layers on and then you're essentially doing exercise which warms you up. Well, I didn't get that tonight. Either the walk back or the climb back wasn't that strenuous, or it's absolutely freezing cold. According to my phone, it's 3 degrees. So that's centigrade for anyone that's in America. So yeah, that's pretty cold for November in England. Right, but anyway, I'm going to say goodnight now, just so I can enjoy the film, just in case I fall asleep when I'm watching it, and then I don't say goodnight to you lovely people. So, good night. I'll see you in the morning. Hopefully I don't freeze to death tonight. Good night. Good morning. Believe it or not, I slept really well. It was very cold. And it started raining at about 4 in the morning or something. But I like it when it rains. I like the sound of the rain on the roof of the van. I wasn't warm last night. I mean, I was warm in my sort of sleeping bag with my blanket on and everything, but as soon as I sort of rolled over or found a cold spot, it was pretty cold. Yeah, see? I said it rained. These puddles. What a beautiful morning. It's still quite early. It is, well, it's 9 o'clock now, so I actually did have a bit of a lay in this morning. 9 o'clock is early when you've got children. My son normally has me awake at like between 5 and 6 o'clock in the morning, which is always fun. Right, speaking of my kids, I'm gonna go home. But as always, thank you to everybody that supports the channel. All of these people here, you're all absolute legends. Thank you to everybody that's been watching the videos on my second channel as well. I'm really enjoying making those, and the workshop is coming on really well. But if you are interested, or if you've not heard about it, then I'll link my workshop channel up here. The raffle has ended now. It ended a couple of weeks ago, but I'm going to be starting one for this month. So head over to my raffle page, www.raffle.com/lovesundays, and see what I'm raffling this month. It's all a bit of fun. But other than that, I'll see you next week. Cheers.